Let's talk about crypto retirement. Now is the time to invest in your future. We are giving you a chance to obtain a lifetime membership to Token Metrics' AI research platform that puts machine learning together with human analysts. September 10th is the day. Mark it on your calendar. Get involved now while ETH is still reasonably priced. There will be an exclusive alpha group in the Astrobot Discord. That, as you can tell, is only available to Astrobot NFT holders. There will be spectacular airdrops like what we saw in Azuki earlier this year at NFT LA. Get on the whitelist now. Join the Astrobot Society Discord and follow at Astrobot Society on Twitter to get the link where you can mint an Astrobot. We are live. Welcome to the evening version of the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. Hopefully you like that snazzy Astrobot commercial. If you don't worry. We will do the commercial over and over on the stream as we give you the alpha that you need. So this is the market update. This show is brought to you by Astrobot Society. The mint is Saturday. This show is also brought to you by tokenmetrics.com. If you need a roadmap in crypto, buy an Astrobot. You can also subscribe to this channel and turn on alerts because you never know when we're going to pop up. And of course, before we do our thing here, we want to get to 2,000 likes. So let me start off. Let me give some love to our regulars who are hopefully all joining in, and we're giving people in Asia time some little live love here. Bull Runner is here. Vancouver Island. Maddie J, welcome. Baby Whale from Texas. All right. Sitting in the park waiting for a tow truck from my son's car. So this is good to keep me busy. Okay, that's the all-time classic winner, right? We used to have a guy. Well, I still do. I think we have a guy at a UPS truck. So, people are. It's almost like a contest. The strangest place you've ever watched a market update. Sounds interesting, right? We have Bob Marsh, Boston Rocks, Steve Mesa, ETH entry. Well, we told the Twitter space in our premium group, basically, if you don't get ETH in your wallet, okay, when ETH is at 1,500 and everybody's all stupid bearish, can't help you. That's what I told people this morning. Not investment advice. Entry in ETH, I would say, well, we'll talk about it. Kim Craig is here. Sam Powell, Just Learning says, we're pumping, but why did helium drop so much? Okay, helium is a very blockchain-specific issue. We'll try to go into that. James bought the ETH dip. Good for you. Joe Mike says, Bill, welcome. Hi. Okay, Levy is here. Maddie, I want an Astrobot. Me too, man. I got mine. Holy cow. It's like notorious Astrobot. If you haven't seen it yet, don't go anywhere. I'm showing you. Okay, Raza says it's all BS. we pride ourselves on the show of if there's dissenting view, we always give those people some love. Stefan is like, am I dreaming? It's 2:30 a.m. in Europe. Well, yes, it is, and we appreciate you being up late, right? Shout out to anybody out there in Europe who's up late. Don't worry. We will be there for you in that Astrobot Society Discord early in the morning, so you'll be able to get it UK lunchtime. Colombia is here. Baby Whale's telling everybody to smash the like. Toronto, Canada. All right. Rave Song Records. Awesome. A live update. Yes, our night crew loves to get it live, and we love you guys too. I think we have Miami in here, right? We have Australia. Good morning. Right? Leeds, England up late. SKT Con. Right? Chicago, Madagascar, Houston, H-Town. Right? Stafford, Texas. Bob's got some ETH. Alaska is here. Alaska. Been there once. It was incredible. Big G Weston says, first time commenting. LFG. LFG NFA. Serious. I haven't said that in a while. I'm not playing around now. I'm telling you. Okay. Kim Craig says Bill twice in one day. That's right, premium holders. And we did Astrobot in the morning. Hey, man, we'll do market update all day, every day, especially with what's going on in ETH. Go Girl says, I'm just learning, so appreciate the tips and info and all y'all's research. And that's like a record. I got 5 emojis in one comment. So hats off to Go Girl. Okay. Leads also in LFG mode, right? We have NFFA people from Alex. Love it. Right. We have the 816, Kansas City, Missouri. Go Royals. Okay, people, let's do this. Let's start with the news. We'll also try to set an all-time record and actually do the market update while simultaneously sharing the screen correctly. Okay, just a few things. Astrobot Society, who's behind it? Token Metrics. Basically, it's an AI research company featured in all kinds of publications. We raised $4 million last year. We have a $30 million market cap coin that we're associated with, AstroDAO, okay? Don't forget, NFTs are here to stay. Don't forget, artificial intelligence is here to stay. Your friendly neighborhood analysts at Token Metrics, right? We like to leverage the AI and the machine learning to bring you a better product, right? It's like research at Goldman Sachs, except it's for you, the retail customer and viewer. Okay, what's the big idea? Well, we're introducing an NFT collection that gives you lifelong subscription to Token Metrics. Token Metrics, there we go, right? So not only can you get access, to Token Metrics and the research that you need to make money in the future and now, all right, but you get cool artwork, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Astrobots are cool. Check out our YouTube channel. Ian Bellina is on there with the science fiction story of the Astrobots. I think if I had to sum it up for YouTube, the Astrobots wake up one day, they get sick of the man, and they go out and kick ass. They go to the moon and figure out how to make the world a better place, which is exactly what we're doing here on the market update. That's right. So be an Astrobot, kick ass, right? In order to mint an NFT, you need ETH in your wallet. And as you can see by your screen, ETH is in the green after some of the stupidity this morning. Now, let's discuss stupidity. Now, stupidity for everyone else, but not stupidity for you, because you've been tuning into this show where we have been reminding you that we cannot have Vladimir Putin creating a depression in Europe and the Fed continuing to hike rates past September. This has not occurred to anybody, I think, until today. So let's talk about it. So we have our friends in Europe, and, I know they're asleep right now, and I feel the same way about our friends in Asia. The United States of America is not doing what it needs to do to protect our allies from bad guys in the world, that we are not doing our job as Americans. So that means the Federal Reserve can do its job, fight inflation, raise rates one last time, and then they are done. Why? Because 60% of British factories are at risk of going under as a result of their energy bills. I mean, there are game shows in the UK that are like going dystopian, that you as part of the game show, you can win the game show paying your energy bills. It's out of control, right? Europe needs our help, right? Our friends in Belgium up at 2:30 in the morning. Our friends in Germany Googling firewood, right? The Federal Reserve's job is not to wreck the world. It's not. Right? Did they get behind the 8 ball on inflation? Yeah. But the same clowns that were like, inflation's transitory, rates aren't going to go up, and the dollar's not going to go that high. This morning, there's like, rates are going to the moon, right? The Fed's going to tighten forever. The dollar's going up forever, and no one wants Bitcoin. Bitcoin, what was it? Where's Bitcoin this morning? 18K? Right? Everyone's like, oh my God, the ETH merge is going to, okay, whatever. The reality is the things that are going on in Europe are so serious, the Fed's got to stop tightening. And if you combine that, right, like, there's a lot of volatility in the space, like ETH Classic, everything is like really moving around, but people are too much like, oh, look, there's a big move. Oh my God, I bought ETH at 1,600 and it went to 1,550. Oh my God, people, please. We're talking about the Bitcoin white paper. We're talking about faith in Vitalik himself. I mean, I don't know. Like, how do you associate Vitalik? I mean, is he like, I don't know. He's almost like, I don't know, he's kind of like Elvis or Frank Sinatra. Like, when you think of music, like, who do you think of, right? Is it Elvis, or is it Jimi Hendrix, or is it somebody else, right? When you think of ETH, when you think of crypto, you got to think of Vitalik. Are we saying that like 5-10 days off the ETH merge that, Satoshi's vision and Vitalik, we don't believe in them anymore? Are you crazy? We're going to all get focused on macro stuff, which I know a lot about, but there's not time to focus on it. I got to focus on crypto, right? And the fact that we believe in crypto. Okay. Now, just so you understand this, and I know this is a little dark, but the guy who was running Bed Bath & Beyond is no longer with us, the CFO rather, right? Because something bad happened at his company. Now, naturally, that's really sad. But Bed Bath & Beyond was a retailer that I used to shop at, right? And this is a lesson. You can wake up one day and the legacy world that you're living in changes like that. Like, when are you going to get crypto? When are you going to get art? Because remember, art and the economy of Europe are not correlated, right? Art and stocks, art and the economy, not correlated. So when do you get crypto? After the legacy system blows up? Like, this is a very small example of just one company that blew up. When do you do crypto? Like, if you're not doing crypto now, when are you doing it? Right? Everyone's like forgotten about the Satoshi white paper. Everybody. I mean, like in crypto, I don't know, however many years ago, I was like, oh my God, legacy, it's over. The stock market's going to zero, okay. Well, here we are, 60% British factories at risk of going under as a result of energy bills, and nobody wants to talk about crypto. They're selling it. And we've talked about this on the market update. And of course, y'all are hearing it. And y'all from Asia are getting it live, right? What happens? It's always darkest before the dawn. Everybody always gives up right before it's like, oh yeah, it's obvious. 3 months or 3 weeks from now, I'd be like, oh yeah, gee, I guess I should have bought ETH on top of the 2017 high. Duh. Right? Who are you listening to in crypto? Hopefully Token Metrics. Don't forget, Astrobot Society is going to have special alpha group, right? The Wall Street morning meeting is coming back. What's old is new again. Right? Traders used to have like a squawk box on their desk where research would go through the ideas. We're experimenting with it already with Astrobot Society Twitter Spaces. So if you're into it, I know you're all up late, right? But, I think 9 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, we're doing Twitter Spaces through Astrobot Society Twitter. So that morning meeting is going to be, we're experimenting, and that's going to be for Astrobot Society holders only. Right? So we're going to be getting you ready for the day, and we're going to be getting to the point. We're going to do everything we can to be as specific as we can about market movements, support and resistance. In other words, we're going to go Wall Street style in the cryptoverse inside Astrobot Society Discord. Okay, if I could sing, right, I would want to play that AC/DC song, where they just say the word thunder, right? It's time for thunder, right? There's a saying in Wall Street, I have a view and you can carry me out. Carry me out on this view. All right. Premint.xyz.astrobot Society. That's where you go mint. To reminder, you need ETH in your wallet to mint or buy an NFT. Sorry if that's basic, but there are people out there who haven't done it before. So we want to make sure we cater to them. The market update, okay, is moving to exclusively for Token Metrics customers and Astrobot Society Discord. All right. I'm sure we will be able to break on the air if something big happens, but the alpha is for the people who invest in us. We're offering you a discount lifetime. You invest in us, we invest in you. And to the right there is the notorious Bill Astrobot with the LFG. Okay, I tried to get NFA too, but they could only get me LFG. And don't forget the Boombox Radio that they played the original Notorious Bill songs on in Brooklyn and New York. You know, just as an aside, Notorious B.I.G., he was so huge. Like, you get in a cab, the cab driver be playing the music. You get out of the cab, there'd be a guy on the street with that kind of radio playing the same songs. Okay. We want our research to be like that. Everywhere you go in our Discord, in our ecosystem, you get the alpha you need. Okay. The mint date is September 10th. There are all kinds of different Astrobots. They have different plans. They'll get you lifetime access to different plans. Most of them during the mint will get you in that middle tier plan that gives you access to our indices, which can be wildly useful when the market goes up. There's also all different kinds of art, like any other NFT. The robots themselves, their outer layers have texture when you zoom in on it, so it's not, frankly, just some JPEG. Okay, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and art and stocks are not correlated. Do you want to buy a Bored Ape, or do you want to buy something for less than half an ETH? I will leave that up to you. If you're a Token Metrics customer, you're eligible for the whitelist. Astrobot.tokenmetrics.com is also live if you want to see the website. Again, if you're a customer, use that support email. Okay, use your Telegram channels if you're in the premium group, or DM Astrobot Society. Things are about to get hot. We're going to be doing some talks, I think, with some very big players. So if you need information, go get it. They've got the links on the Astrobot Society Twitter. Okay, don't forget Alpha Discord. Okay, now how can I get whitelisted? You can tweet hashtag Astrobot Society. Okay, and you can follow them on Twitter. They have the link to the pre-mint. And if you're watching this, the slides, they've got the link to the pre-mint up top. Okay, the whitelist sale is 0.35 ETH, waitlist 0.4, public sale 0.45. Okay, the Twitter has got the details. They were released today, okay, about what time the mint is, right? What time the mint is and what time the whitelist gets it, the waitlist gets it. Honestly, I should probably bring that up. So let me just bring up that tweet, because if we're gonna go full circle here, let's just go full circle. Okay, and make sure we get everybody where they are when it comes to Astrobot, right? So there's Astrobot Society's Twitter. Okay, there's the pricing. Let me see if I can find. Fail. Oh, not sharing the screen. Okay, I'm trying to get to the point where we see who gets to mint at what time. Maybe the producer can drop the link in there, and I forgot to share the screen. Other than that, everything went great. Okay, let's go back to the PowerPoint and get into this market, because I can't stop thinking and talking about this market. Okay, the dollar index, it's going up forever, right? Oh, please, give me a break. So the dollar may be in an uptrend, right? But if the dollar's in an uptrend because Europe is in trouble, well, we already know that. If the dollar's in an uptrend because we think the Fed's going to raise rates forever, well, we kind of already know that. I think it's time for a break in the dollar trend. Dollar hits 110. It may chill out. I don't know how much it's going to come off, but the bottom line is everyone's talking about the dollar index. Before today, no one was talking about ETH. The dollar is at resistance, okay? As a reminder, Italy is saying, end the sanctions against Russia. We're on our knees. Someone needs to help Russia, or we need to capitulate to get energy flowing into Europe. I just honestly feel like the Fed cannot destroy Europe. Goldman Sachs came out and said Europeans are going to have to spend 15% of their overall economic output on energy through 2023. That's like 15% of what you make. 15% of what you make goes to energy. That's just enormous. It's enormous, right? And the Fed cannot wreck the market. Now, let's go to something you maybe haven't heard about. Okay, did you know that in November of 2018, interest rates were rising and the yield on the long bond, the 30-year bond in America, reached 3.5% or thereabouts? And that coincided with the bottom of the market in Bitcoin around November of 2018. Okay. Lo and behold, here we are again, right? Long bonds have reached the long-term target I had of 3.5%. Okay. It's at a similar resistance point. And oh, wow, maybe there could be another bottom in crypto, right? Once interest rates get to the point where, it's ridiculous, right? Interest rates have gone where they need to go. You cannot have Europe in a depression. It's amazing how people are like, oh, Europe doesn't matter. Europe doesn't matter. My middle name is Bryant. I'm named after somebody in my family who landed at Normandy. Europe doesn't matter? Are you serious? What do you think NATO was for? Europe matters. Europe matters. So everyone's like, oh my God, US interest rates are going up forever. Really? Right? I mean, this move in the long bond to 3.5%. I mean, who can buy a house? Who in America is going to go, honey, I think we should go get another bedroom. Ooh, what's the mortgage rate now? 8%? Ooh, I can't do that. Housing's gone from all buyers to all sellers. And the Fed was on the tape talking about selling mortgage-backed securities off their balance sheet. Now, that could also hurt housing and the mortgage business. So the Fed can do what it has to do to manage its balance sheet. The point is, they've probably already wrecked the economy, and Europe got wrecked by geopolitical situations. They've wrecked it. This allows crypto to look past the tightening cycle, right? Because you're like, Bill, why are you telling me all this? Because you got to look past the tightening cycle now. You got to go back to the Satoshi white paper. Everyone like, ooh, bonds or interest rates are up. Yeah, they were up in 2018 too. That's when you should have been hoovering up Bitcoin at 3K. Okay, let's talk about ETH tactical 4-hour chart. So ETH trends up, they dump ETH. Wonderful, lovely. We discussed how it was going to be difficult, and believe me, this sucked because I was on Twitter going to the moon and beyond right after the Labor Day holiday. Naturally, they had to drop it in my face and make it difficult. And naturally, I looked back at them and was like, you know what? Bite me. I'm still bullish. So it turned around. Lucky for me. Okay. Like I said, carry me out on this view. Just carry me out. I'm dying on the hill. 1627 is a key tactical level in ETH. We have very similar levels on our quant AI. I think the target is going to be 1761. If you happen to need ETH for any particular purchase that you would like to make, when ETH is below 1656, that might be the like lower end of the new range in ETH. You may have seen like the low 1500s for the final time. Right? At least for this move, right? Like, you could have bought ETH on top of the 2017 high. Zcash, my guilty pleasure, my box of chocolates under the bed. We're actually going to have kind of a shitcoin power hour. We're going to discuss, like things that we just can't stop liking, even if they're a little bit dicey. So we're doing it. You shouldn't do it. Zcash is my box of chocolates under the bed. Right. They take it to 56. They rip it to 66. Then they drop it back again. I think if Zcash is above 59, it's got a shot at 63. Now let's talk about ETH again. The accumulation cone. Who is Jesse Livermore? Jesse Livermore is a famous trader from the 1920s. That's the 20th century. Okay. He was a famous stock trader back when trading stocks was as hot as trading crypto is these days, right? And he saw an accumulation formation where in that bottom right, you would have something accumulate in an upward sloping range, right? You'd get like 7 touches in this formation, and then it would launch itself. Now, this is not perfect in ETH by any stretch, but you definitely have that 7th drop point that you can get before it goes parabolic. I'm telling you right now. Everyone's talking about dollar yen. No one's talking about Ethereum at 4,000. It's just a fact, right? Just a fact. Now let's talk about total too. This is another like mega bonus chart along with that one from the long bond that matched up US interest rates with the bottom in crypto back in 2018. If you missed that, go back and watch it. Okay. total crypto market cap without Bitcoin. So ETH and friends, okay, 62% retracement, right around 540 billion. Okay, so they dropped this thing today. They dropped total market cap minus Bitcoin, and there were buyers down there. Now, more shameless talk about Zcash. I'm hoping that we're doing a bump and run here, right? That we've got this trend line that they've been bulls and bears have been fighting it out down here around 60 for quite a while, since mid-August. I'm hoping this green candle is the one. That's the final bump before we run. To be intellectually honest, it's got to be above 64. If it is, I think it can go to 86. Now, why am I suddenly bringing up Zcash in the ETH merge world? Jokes aside, there are going to be winners and losers off the ETH merge. I'm going to try to bring up token metrics to show you how wild it is. Like the coins that are going up a lot. The coins that are going down, they're going down a lot. It's crazy, right? And it's going to get more crazy. So find what you like, right? If there's a wick down, there's your opportunity. And if you don't want to deal with that kind of motion sickness, well, art and stocks are not correlated, and Astrobots are coming out. Okay, ETH quant levels. So I think if ETH is above 1656, that's good for the bulls, right? ETH held 1566 today. Naturally, they had to take it down there below that, scare everybody. What else is new? Before they brought it back up, right? They're going to try to scare you out of this ETH trade. They're just going to scare you and scare you and scare you. Then it's going to start going up, and then you're like, oh no, I'm afraid they're going to scare me again. And then it's going to go Jesse Livermore, right? It's going to go this. Like, I'm too scared. Look at the bottom right. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. I'm chopped up. Boom. Gone. Gone. Right? At the max fear point. Like when you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't buy this anymore. I can't do it. Like that's where we were this morning. I'm just on the tape. I'm just like, I don't care. Right? That's tough to say. He's like, yeah, it's going to go 1,300 in your face. I don't care. Let him take it down to 1,300. Now, speaking of taking it down, there's going to be this proof of work ETH that's going to come out. So let's just talk about that. Off the ETH merge, they're going to do a fork. The miners, it's a cash grab. They're going to issue a proof of work ETH. It's going to be like an Ethereum Classic clone. People may FOMO into it. People may sell it and crush it because it'll be an airdrop. So you make sure you check with your exchange, or make sure you have a wallet that supports the airdrop, that's in the blockchain specific area of the world. So make sure you can get the airdrop. Okay. If they crush it, even if you don't get the airdrop, if they crush it to 0, I'm interested if they crush that. I'm interested in proof of work ETH, but I'm not interested in if they moon it, like what they did with Bitcoin Cash back in the day, right? If they drop it, I want it. But what I really want is ETH and how much ETH can actually go up. Hey, just a reminder, ETH open interest, there's been a huge buildup in a very confined space. That means bulls and bears are making bets. It's like a big poker chip, right? A big pile of poker chips, right? And when they put those cards down, you're going to find out who the winners and the losers are. Except in this case, it's futures, which means losers have to pay winners. Or if losers are short, they got to buy it back. And if bulls are like, F it, I'm hodling, how are short sellers going to get their crypto back? They got to bid up the price until someone's willing to sell it to them. That's how it works. And of course, if there's a dump, right, people who are long got to find somebody to take it from. So the more bets that there are, the more violent it is when it breaks out. I mean, this is Technical Analysis Textbook, page 60. As a reminder, I'm a big fan of Mike Novogratz. Got himself in a little hot water over a tattoo. This guy thinks there's seller's fatigue and Bitcoin has bottomed. Make no mistake. Smart money was down there buying Bitcoin at 18K, laughing that everyone was selling Bitcoin. Everybody gave up on Satoshi right at the moment where Satoshi's vision of inept fiat currencies, irresponsible central banks, geopolitical tensions. I mean, please. Everybody gave up on Satoshi. If you say that to yourself, or everybody gave up on Vitalik, you'll be like, oh my God, I sold, or oh my God, I don't have an Astrobot, or I don't have the Astrobot because that gets me crypto research. I'm giving up on crypto. No, you're not. You are so not. Speaking of not giving up, let's talk about gold. One of the signals that the fiat world has lost its mind could be a bottom in gold. Yes, this is the other box of chocolates under the bed, right? I go to this every now and then, right? Pax Gold, like a really violent green candle bottom today, actually tried to make a new low, possible double bottom, loving the 4-hour chart of Pax. Now it's low beta, meaning it's not going to, go up like an altcoin, but who knows? It might. There's a lot of BS in legacy about gold prices being suppressed. The Russians and the Chinese, they want gold higher, right? The West wants gold down. Gold was going up today as the dollar was rising. It's supposed to be dollar up, gold down. That's why gold has been getting monkey hammered. Okay, but the day came when the dollar was going up and people were like, hey, I'm buying Pax on this 4-hour fib speed resistance line. So this is relevant for gold and it's relevant for Bitcoin. Okay, Polkadot. Everyone's talking about Web3. Everyone's like giving up on Polkadot. It almost feels like to me like the ETH merge needs to like come and go, and whatever happens, happens, and then everybody can go, oh, okay, well, we're done with that ETH event. We're done worrying about it. Now, why is Polkadot at 7? I get these LinkedIn messages like, how can I help you with Web3? Web3 is here. Yeah, I know. And Polkadot is at 7. When we were writing white papers about Web3 that no one read in 2021 because we were too early, right? We were like, yeah, Polkadot, Kusama, interoperability is Web3. Okay, secret network, another kind of speculative, we're into it, maybe you shouldn't be, it's too dangerous. Okay, it's a layer 1, right? So if a layer 1 survives the ETH merge, but they focus on privacy, this is a 3-day chart. And I'm noticing you kind of have a green stalemate candle here. Now the week's not up yet, but I'm kind of interested in secret if it like holds up. So like I like Zcash, and Ian is kind of more into secret because they got good development. They got good activity on their GitHub. Okay, that is the market update. Astrobot Society on Twitter. Art and stocks are not correlated, and the best way to win is research. Price is a function of a set of information. That's UT Business School, right? Price is a function of a set of information. Whoever understands that information the best wins, period. So get the tools that help you understand it the best. All right, that is the market update. All right, so we have Bond Sun at 009. All right, thank you for that. If there's anything you need us to look at, let us know. Somebody's like thoughts on quant. Okay, all right. Somebody's like, hey, Southern California weather is hot. Right, stay safe out there, people. We went through this in Texas. All right, so let's take a look at quant. I know, shocking. I'm going to actually share the screen first before I start talking about it. It's unbelievable. It's just so spectacular. I know you're just going to want to absolutely hit the like button. Okay, as long as I can figure out how to get the screen shared. So let's get the screen shared. All right, so let's go to QNT over here. By the way, just as an announcement, there might be a special version of the market update the day of the Astrobot mint. There might be. Yeah, don't miss that one. We're still putting it together. Right. It's gonna be a fun time. Okay. So for QNT, it's holding at the 50% retracement of the up move. The question is, in any of these altcoins, it's fun when they're going up, but the question is, can you buy the dip? Can you buy the bigger dips? This thing has got to take out its 60-day exponential moving average. Now, why do we care about this? Well, because I'm not going to shut up about this. Our quant department has figured out that the 60-day exponential moving average, or in English, where the market's been over the last 3 months, right? 12% of big cap coins are above their 60-day. So here comes the ETH merge, and the whole crypto space is dead. Can't get above its 3-month average. You got to be kidding me. You seriously got to be kidding me. It just feels too low. Quant is one of those coins that feels too low too. But the thing is, like I say, can it get above the 60-day? That's going to be your key. That's going to be your absolute key. Okay, so while I'm sharing the screen, some brief words on Astrobot on the mint itself. Okay, the whitelist sale starts at noon Eastern and ends at 4 Eastern on Saturday, September 10th. Okay, each wallet will be able to mint a max of 3 NFTs, okay, for 0.35. So that's 3 NFTs per wallet. Okay, obviously there's a chance to win, Astrobots with rarity, and that gets you access to premium and VIP plans that get you direct access to me and Ian. The wait list sale, if necessary, is from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. All whitelisted wallets and people who received something via the premium link are eligible to purchase up to 10 NFTs for 0.4 ETH, if possible. The sale will immediately proceed to the public sale if there are anything left. The public sale is from 8 p.m. and will last 3 days. Any wallet can purchase as much as they want for 0.45 ETH. So I know you can't say that 3 times fast. The point is the mint starts, okay? The mint starts September 10th at 12 noon. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Bill, when bottom, when Lambo. I don't know, folks. I just think that for the month of September, if you're going to make money in ETH, you got to do it right now. Right? Okay. Bubba's happy that he can catch the stream late. He can catch the stream live. Okay. ETH quant levels. I think we did that. Okay. But I don't mind demonstrating it live, considering, this is part of what you get when you get Astrobots. You get art and you get research. Okay. So we go to technical analysis. All right. And then we have to hit max. And this will basically give you every AI-driven support and resistance level for ETH. Now, I was playing around with this today. So, to keep it simple, right? Not the easiest thing to see, I know. But over here, 1566 is support. 1656 is like the middle of the range. It's preferable for ETH to stay above that. And then I think if it's above 1752, 1867 is next. Now, I did do some playing around with this, and I was just like, what can we get from this? Well, if ETH went from above 2260, the next point is not until 2400. Just saying. Okay, check this out. If ETH is above 2790, the next point is 2900. Okay, there are these gaps on the way down from where ETH started the bear market. Look at this. If ETH is above 3412, there's nobody home until 3675. This is where the whole down move started from. And there's an even bigger one up here, right? If ETH is above 4171, nobody home until 4360. Okay. Also a reminder from looking at this chart, just like eyeballing it, you're like, oh my God, Bill, there's so many numbers. Yeah, there is. But it's just a reminder. Like when ETH goes down, it goes down fast. When it goes up fast. Like, how many, look at this. I mean, how depressed is this? Like, how long do you think it would take ETH to go to 2200 or 2400? Right? The next big cluster, I think, is at 2800. It only takes 20 days for ETH to do a move. Like you look at 3,500 to 1,700, about 20 days. You look at this move from like 2,000 to 800, it's about 20 days, right? And you can see these things on token metrics, right? Somebody said, fear no evil. Firefighters for crypto. Crypto Stacker, we appreciate you. And we appreciate anybody out there serving their country, particularly in police, law enforcement, right? Fire, ambulance, intelligence, everybody who's out there standing on the line between good and evil. Right on. Okay. All right. So somebody wants to know, right on, for law enforcement, right? Why is the TM grade and price prediction going down on ETH, but you're saying up to 1,700? Okay. So one of the things that Token Metrics is famous for is for catching like the momentum of a move, right? So our work is, our AI is good at catching trends, but obviously the market's not in a trend. So the grade is low because there's no trend, right? You know, there's a red sell dot here, but there was a green dot here, but it hasn't gone anywhere. Now, once the trend gets going, that's when our system is going to kick in, right? And one of the reasons why you want to be in the Astrobot Discord is we got a lot of information here, right? You got to tune in so the analysts can tell you what information is relevant, what you should be looking at, okay? What you should be looking at. Okay, so here's something interesting from Health Plan. Drain liquidity faster than the simple interest rates, please. Okay, so you know, he's basically saying if you're going to tighten, just pull money out of the system, right? He also said to, you know, tell us why they will rug us and why Europe has to print to save the 10x gas bills. Right, this is something we haven't even talked about, right? In other words, what's going to happen if people can't pay their energy bills? Like what? How does that work? Like, are central banks going to hike rates, or are they going to have to start doing QE, or our government's going to have to hand out stimulus checks? Like the whole fiat world is going to break. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to tighten to stop inflation. Well, you're not going to stop Vladimir Putin from shutting gas off in Europe, right? You guys walked into a trap with this cancel culture and sanctions, right? If you're going to fight the Russians, do what Ronald Reagan did and put 5,000 tanks in Europe. Don't cancel them economically, and then they shut off the gas. Now, Europe's got this problem. We all got this problem. They got to stop tightening. And this person makes an incredibly interesting point. They may have to start printing. They may have to start printing. Can you imagine? Can you imagine when the Fed says, oh, man, we got to back off. Sorry, we went too far. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. Bill, ETH doesn't have 20 days to make a huge move, does it? Okay. It can make a huge move in 20 days, but I love the way you're thinking. It doesn't have to take 20 days. Now, if you look at the Livermore stuff, you know, this accumulation cone did take a while to develop. But like I said, once the parabolic starts, I got no problem. I got no problem talking about ETH. Actually, I got no problems talking about ETH at 4,600 on October 2nd. That's total pie in the sky. And you know what? I don't care. I don't care, because no one's talking about this. No one is talking about what can happen if everybody wakes up and goes crypto forever. I was on YouTube with Ian Bellina at the bottom of this market. Like, it wasn't just the bottom, it was the abyss. Token Metrics was launched on Black Friday, 2019. Ian Bellina called up the developers and like, we're launching. Does anyone care about crypto? No, no one cared. Well, launched, right? And here we are, right? Now we're doing ETH, we're doing art, we're doing subscriptions, we're doing research. When do you got to launch? When do you got to go for it? When everyone's afraid or when no one's interested? I think 5K views on the last stream, pounding table on ETH. Appreciate everybody who watched it. Where the hell is everybody else? The market goes down, I get 10K, right? Everyone's packed it in. As soon as I looked at that, I'm like, oh, okay, great. Excellent. No one's interested. Okay, let's get everybody on the show and Token Metrics interested at 1,500 and at 1,600. Okay, what about Near and Helium? All right, let's talk about this. Helium is a giant give up trade, undoubtedly. My personal opinion, and again, it's just an opinion. This is like some kind of fund given up. This felt like a hedge fund liquidating. You're going to find out that somebody liquidated Helium. That's what I think. It's like, oh, there's a token mobile and there's all this blockchain jibber jabber. I'm like, all right, that's not my deal, right? This thing just traded like Bitcoin in 2018 and everybody just gave up on it and decided to liquidate. And, that's what I always say about give up trades. When you have to give up trades and they stop the forced selling, the ensuing rally is huge. This is what happened when it went from 3 to 5. It was forced selling. Somebody got liquidated. Now, if we go to Near, all right, now this whole thing, I have not done a lot of talking about other layer ones for a reason. I think you're going to have to look at where any layer one is in relationship to its 60-day moving average. Okay. Now, I understand that people talk about diversification. Okay. I think people talking about, oh, well, I need to be diversified in case the ETH merge doesn't work. People, I got news for you. If the ETH merge doesn't work, okay, yeah, the only thing you're going to want to own is beer, bait, and ammo. Seriously. It's going to be bad. Bad, right? Owning Near is not going to save you from a bad ETH merge, I don't think, right? Because everything on ETH is not going to all of a sudden run over onto Near. Okay, theoretically. Now, long-term, Near does have a value proposition. What I do want you to watch is pay attention to what goes on at the 60-day exponential moving average. First, Near was above it. Everyone thought it was good. Now, Near is below it. Everyone thinks it's bad. When the ETH merge comes out, some of these layer ones are going to move. Some of them are going to go up. Some of them are going to go down. Okay, if you love it, it'll be your chance to get it. Okay, the market is going to vote. This is the thing I forgot to show you. Okay, this little scatter plot will show you like what's up and what's down and, and how much volume it's trading on. Right. So everything in the cryptoverse is trading like above its normal volume. Some of it's trading between 1 and 2x their normal volume. That's winners and losers. Normally, all these dots, they're over here. Now, you can wave your mouse over the dots like there's Helium up, up a whole bunch, right? And you can see there's stuff way out here that's trading huge amounts of volume. Okay. Now, some of this stuff, maybe you don't pay too much attention to, but crypto, the wheel is spinning. The crypto casino is going to decide who's going to win and who's going to lose after the ETH merge. This is telling you want to track altcoins? Track it right here. I actually think this page is free to the public, believe it or not. And it's got some of the best information out there. Kim Craig says correctly, get to the chopper if the ETH merge fails. And when it comes to Astrobot Society, nobody can do it like Arnold, but it's like, do it, right? Do it. It's like, find me an NFT project that gets you research, right? NFTs came out, everything was selling for 3 ETH at the top. When do you want to buy an NFT? When Tom Brady and Madonna are buying it, or when no one even wants to talk about NFTs? All right. So we have Ada, Matic. Okay. So let's start with Cardano here, because this is a big deal, right? Like I actually think this is kind of like a big moment for like the Cardano people. Can Cardano survive the ETH merge? All this talk about Cardano's no good, whatever, right? Show me the money. Show me Cardano doing something good. Okay. Cardano has not been able to get above its 60-day moving average. It's really not fresh news. Okay. I'm going to kill this fib speed resistance line. Now, the thing that strikes me about Cardano is that, you know, this is the 60-week exponential moving average. And, you know, I just kind of noticed that, you know, Cardano got really far away from it over here. You know, it was like, you know, like 150% above it, right? Now Cardano is currently, you know, it's 50% below a long-term moving average. And every time Cardano gets away from that moving average, it comes back and retests it. So that's interesting. That moving average is currently around $1. Okay. You're going to know if Cardano is any good. Like if the ETH merge comes out and nobody sells Cardano, like if they don't puke it out. Right? In other words, if something's supposed to go down and it doesn't, what's it going to do? It could go up. So if the ETH merge comes out and it's actually done and it's over and Cardano doesn't get annihilated, then could that be a signal that Cardano is a buy? Like there may be stuff that just doesn't really move off the ETH merge. We haven't talked about this. Like, you know, there could be stuff that does not move off the merge. And then suddenly people go, wait a minute, this didn't go anywhere. You know, like I personally have a really hard time. I have a really hard time being bearish Cardano at 50 cents. I know this is a very big market cap coin, and I know that they haven't done a lot of the fancy stuff that Solana has done, but I have a really hard time giving up on it at 50 cents. And if the ETH merge comes out and there's some sort of stupid wick down, that could be an opportunity. Okay, now let's take a look at AVAX on token metrics, because believe it or not, I actually think this is the best place to look at some of this stuff, because you know you're just going to need to develop levels and say, all right, if it goes below my level, if it wicks below it, like when you're talking about layer ones, when you're talking about Avalanche or Solana, you know, the question is, after it does a wick or after it gyrates, does it hold? So Avalanche is holding 18.5. It's holding right now. Can it, you know, they keep, if you look at this closely, right? And this is how it is with our quant AI levels, right? You know, there's like a false breakout, and then they go, right? And then they're always hammering on it. They're always taking it below it. Good support and resistance levels. I honestly, sometimes they work to the number, sometimes not. This is a battle going on here. This is like up, nothing, gap up, down. You know, this is people fighting it out. Okay, and I suspect the same thing is going on in Solana, right? So, you know, a lot of times I'm showing these like wide angle. Now, you know, I'm showing them zoomed in, because you're going to have to study these levels. You know, and by the way, it's lifetime access to this, right? This is what you actually get lifetime access to, in addition to the Discord, the market update, and everything else. It's probably an undersold point, right? And we're only innovating new stuff. We've got an NFT grade. We're going to be doing this stuff. You know, Ian Boline is not playing around with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is only going to get smarter. So is token metrics, right? This is amazing. I don't have to draw on the chart. I can go to the chart and come up with tactics off the level. Okay, so we have a support point in Solana at like 29.30. And look at the way they're just, look at the battle here, right? They just keep fighting it out. Now, I guess if Solana falls apart, there's nobody home until 18, right? Let the market vote. Like, I know crypto is tribal, like, you know, I'm a Cardano fan or I'm a Solana fan. You know what? That's cool. But you know what? When it comes to the ETH merge, the market is going to vote. The market votes. The ETH merge is the crypto election day, right? So you may get volatility Sometimes the first move is wrong, right? But once it's said, done, you're going to know what the market wants to keep and what the market doesn't want to keep. Okay. Health plan, giving me love for the alpha. Okay. Hoping the viewers understand the legacy background, right? The legacy background does help with crypto. It does. And if you're young, we may be doing legacy and crypto war stories on the, on the final, not the final, but on the Mint live stream. Baby Whale thinks Solana under 100 is a deal. I remember working for Charlie Shrem in my first crypto research job. Bitcoin was at 3K. He told everybody anything under 10K in Bitcoin was cheap. Okay. But that bear market was so bad that when I came out with an essay that said Bitcoin was going from 3 to 14, my coworkers all looked at me like, dude, you're crazy. I can't go tell people that. Guess what? Right? When people think you're nuts, that's when you have to have conviction. Okay. Seriously. When people think you're nuts, that's when you got to have conviction. And in order to become, I don't know, dare I say it, a legend, okay, it's when people don't listen to you. Right? When you tell people something like, nah, I don't believe it. And then it happens. And they're like, oh my God, this guy's a genius. I'm like, well, I don't know if what I'm saying is going to happen, but I would really prefer people would listen, particularly when stuff is cheap. Okay, now Matic. So there's a couple of Twitter guys picking on Matic. The question is, do we need a layer 2 once ETH comes live? Do we need this? It's holding its 60-day moving average. So it's hard to hate on it when it's doing that. I can tell you that the Williams oscillator on the daily chart, right, is right where it needs to be for a big move to get started. A lot of times when those Williams oscillators, like when that Williams oscillator gets to, when it gets to that like 0 point, right? That's when really, really big moves can start. There's a down move that started, and here was the up move that started in Matic. Okay, Fernando, you're welcome. Okay, so yeah, I know this is kind of like no duh, but this is going to move. Like this crypto market is going to move. Everyone's like, I don't love the dollar index. Yeah, I'm from Legacy. I get it. I'm all about talking about that's November, right? That's the November trade. The trade now is crypto. Okay. The trade now is crypto. Can AVAX reach 30? Okay. If there's a rally. All right. So let's pull that up and let's just check out what's going on. Always appreciate y'all in the chat. Feels like sometimes it feels like the night chat. It's got some jump to it. So we definitely appreciate all you out there. And please, while you're chatting, we appreciate it, but hit the like button to give this stream the kick, right? Give it the kick, man. Give it the kick. Okay, Avalanche. Can Avalanche get to 30? Okay, well, the 60-day moving average is at 22. Okay, if we did hidden pivot analysis on Avalanche, okay, and we wanted a dream, the big dream, I can draw a legitimate structure that would say if Avalanche gets above 22, it can go to 34. So there's going to be a lot of talk from anybody who's any good, I think, in TA to say, all right, an event's coming. If it's above 22, it can go to 34. But I can't just say, oh, yeah, it's going to 34. You got to let the market vote first. Let the market vote. We appreciate anybody out there who's giving me love. So talking about, Solana, okay. Okay, so where can Solana go? So if Solana is above 35, it can go to 52. Now, one of the things we pride ourselves on the stream is intellectual honesty. Okay, somebody's saying, Token Metrics' predictions have been no good, right? And I wasted money on a subscription. Okay, so here's what I can tell you about that. In technical analysis or in any analysis, every indicator doesn't work all the time. Well, I'll do this while I label this Solana. Okay. So one day, I guess there will be a giant robot that tells you what to do, right? It won't just be an Astrobot NFT. It'll be a robot that sounds like me or Ian Bellina or whatever. But in the meantime, right, you need analysts to say, okay, this is a good time to look at this indicator. This is a good time to look at that indicator, right? Every indicator is not going to work in every circumstance. And it's certainly not going to work in a world where you have, like, I don't know, pandemics, war, right? Rate hike cycles. You do realize crypto has never seen a rate hike cycle? Crypto has only existed when the Fed's printing money. I mean, yeah, there was a rate hike cycle in like 2018, but not the kind of cycle we had this time. So yeah, some of the stuff in token metrics on the website didn't work as good when you had a crash, which is why you have me who was telling you this is like 1929 and it's an event. So you have analysts and machine learning, and it all goes together. The quant AI levels that we could watch, that was all money on the way down. So if you lost money, we're sorry you lost money. If you were a customer and it didn't work out, we're sorry about that too. If you are a customer, we appreciate your business. If you were a customer, consider coming back. Consider coming back, right? Research. Price is a function of a set of information. That was the first thing they wrote on the board at business school, right? He who knows and understands that set of information that moves price wins. Okay. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Kim Craig said, token metrics got me out of Luna at the top. Bought myself a car, Lambo next time. That's right. Luna did flash a sell signal at 80. And then when Luna tried to bounce, the AI did not get back in, right? So, AI sold it. Guys get tattoos. There are hints out there. Again, you got to know when to listen, right? There is no magic push a button, make money. You got to do some work, or you got to get some help, right? Like, look at the history of Wall Street. Look, just Google Wall Street banks. How many big banks are out there? Like the Goldman Sachs research department was like multiple floors. I mean, there was like bond guys, stock guys, currency guys, commodities guys. I mean, it's endless. The type of research that banks produce. Right. And Twitter, it's like YouTube and Twitter. Well, we're trying to take that to the next level. Charlie Shrem was actually an early pioneer in trying to produce legit crypto research. Right. It was called Crypto IQ. I worked there. I loved everybody there. But that bear market destroyed us. Token metrics, don't call it a comeback. We're still here. We're still here in the bear market. Right. And now we're trying to give you the tools. We're trying to give you the art. We're trying to give you the discount on lifetime. We're trying to make research and investment. Okay, somebody's been in ETH since $1. Okay. Bill knows all about reverse repurchase agreements from health plan. Yes. So a lot of people don't know this, and I don't know that I 100% understand it, but I think the Federal Reserve is testing something that will allow them to flood the market in the event of an emergency with money. They may also use it to drain money out, but I think central banks, they're hiking rates and talking tough because what's going on at the grocery store is out of control, and it's their fault that it happened, and it's their job to try and stop it. But they're not stupid either. They know that the tightening is going to create a wrecking ball, and they're also not stupid. They also know that, the things in Europe are bad. Don't be surprised at that Fed press conference in September that they do 75 basis points, give you a very neutral statement. Jerome Powell reads off a cue card and gets off the stage, right? Like they don't want to be seen as the ones who wreck everything. And that's why crypto, I think, can just look ahead and just go. Just go. Okay, so somebody's saying reverse repurchase agreements. Okay, it's like it's a way for the Fed to pull money out of the market. So yes, the Fed has ways to continue to tighten. Let them. Let them. Right? It's like I used to work in interest rate futures on the floor of the exchanges. And I remember what would happen on the last rate hike. Right? The Fed would do the last rate hike. The market would say the Fed went too far and it would start pricing in the next rate cut. Are we there yet? No. But again, I don't understand why everybody's given up on crypto. Right? Some people encouraging you to smash the like button. Fernando, love you, man. Astrobot whitelist mint is Christmas morning. Appreciate that. Really like that you're saying that. You know, I gotta get Astrobot Society out there, right? Because I believe in it, right? It's good art. It's a discount on a product. It's not a bunny JPEG, right? It gets you a discount on a product. It's got a roadmap. We're going to try to create a whole ecosystem around it. That's why it's called Astrobot Society, right? Astrobot Society, a society built around art, cool stuff like other energy projects, but also built around research, alpha Discord, right? The market update, etc., etc. Wow. Okay, so what will happen to XRP? I got one of those, right? And then somebody else is saying, what's the outlook for October right before the midterms? Okay, so let's start with XRP. Let's just try to get some XRP going so we can get our XRP people some love. Then we'll start talking about October and November. Okay, so XRP is not doing anything on this chart. Let's see if there's something going on token metrics in XRP. Okay, so XRP is a legal issue. It's a legal bet. Okay, I think the SEC has lost the case. You know, they were trying to say Zcash was a security. That was hysterical, right? Somebody changed their Twitter to Zcash is not a security because I think that community likes to sort of follow what I'm saying here, right? I don't blame them because I don't think there's anybody on YouTube talking about Zcash, maybe for good reason. I don't know, but I'm certainly not going to shut up about it. Now, XRP, you know, it's in the middle of a 35 cent to 28 cent range. Okay. There's something in me that says everything under 40 cents in XRP is like a base, right? But again, you know, you're waiting for a legal outcome. You know, BitBoy's got this really nice XRP shirt that he wears. You know, it's a nice looking shirt, right? A lot of people are big fans of this. I think the thing that people need to remember is that XRP is a payment system. That's why QNT is so interesting, right? You know, XRP may be the pioneer, but there are other payment systems that may emerge. And like I said, if there was ever a time for the XRPs and the Cardanos to move, it's the moment where the market votes on who the winners and losers are in crypto. Now, someone's asking me about October and November. A lot of people are talking about social disorder in Europe as a result of energy prices being so high. Okay, I guess that's possible. I mean, you know, if you can't pay your energy bills, you're cold, going out and throwing a brick through someone's window serves what purpose? So I would understand it if I was inside a police or military unit in a government where the citizens were about to suffer and be worried that they might riot or protest. Now, personally, I think it's in the DNA of Europe to band together in times of war. There's the Battle of Britain. The governments are talking about siege conditions. You know, you've had world wars in Europe. Yeah, okay, Gen Z doesn't know anything about that. Gen Z might have to look up from its iPhone on this one, right? My daughter's Gen Z, so love all y'all. But, you know, it's going to get real over there. And it's in the DNA of Europeans. Yeah, it's in their DNA to fight against each other, but it's also in their DNA to band together against an enemy, which in this case would be Mr. Putin, right? I mean, he's the one that shut off the gas. right, in response to our idiotic sanctions. So it's the American and the Russian leaders' fault about what's happening to Europe. Now, why am I telling you this? Because everyone's talking about social disorder in Europe, and no one is talking about social disorder in the United States around this election. Not sure if you noticed, but they actually, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, like the serious tough guys, the toughest cops in the United States, just kicked the door in of a former president 2 months before an election. The polarization in this country is unbelievable. They're still trying to get Donald Trump. Is Donald Trump a good guy or a bad guy? I don't know. But they're still after him, right? I mean, Joe Biden called Donald Trump's followers the biggest enemy of America. I'm pretty sure Mr. Putin and his arsenal of hypersonic missiles are a much bigger threat, okay, to the United States than a bunch of guys wearing red caps saying, "Make America great again." I'm pretty sure that's the case. So the social disorder could be over here because energy bills could go up. We have trouble counting votes. You know, the right isn't going to be happy if the left wins. The left isn't going to be happy if the right wins. I think the left could go crazy if the Republicans or the right wins the U.S. Congress or Parliament. There's a lot of like women's health and social issues and stuff at stake here. People could get really upset. They could get so upset, it could affect Christmas, right? If you have energy bills in the United States start going up, and you have a poor mood, social disorder, food shortages, whatever, I think there's more likely of something going wrong, corporate bankruptcy, problems, whatever, in November in the U.S. than there is in Europe. Which is why I'm trying to tell you that art and the economy are not correlated. That's why I've been telling you that for a month. And I've been telling you that if you're going to make money in crypto, let's do it in September, right? And let's get in the right cryptos. Let's get in the right cryptos. Let's make it happen. Okay. All right, folks. I'm gonna leave it there. So here's the deal. Astrobot mint September 10th. Okay. Noon Eastern. And then there's the wait list. And then there's the public sale after that lasts for 3 days. Okay. If you can find better art for less that gives you research, cool. If you want to buy cheaper art and different research, I respect that. We're trying to give you both at the same time. That's what we're just trying to do. Right. So if ETH, you know, when ETH was at 4,000, everybody wanted a Bored Ape. Okay. When ETH is at 1,600, I got to be on YouTube 10 days in a row suggesting, not so subtly, that an NFT for 0.35 ETH is a good idea. And they were paying, like, what were they paying for ETH rocks? Remember that? It's like, oh my God, there's an NFT alpha group. You can get in and flip NFTs. Just pay 100 ETH for this rock. Or whatever it was. Seriously? $2 million for a rock to be in a Discord group. We're doing 0.35 ETH. Think it seriously. Go back, Google ETH rocks. Google mint price for Azuki. Like, I don't know, like, where was Azuki at NFT LA when they were doing like the $400,000 airdrop? I don't know. It was unbelievable where that went. It's unbelievable. Now no one's interested. No one's trading on OpenSea. So when should you be interested? When no one's interested. When should you buy? When everyone's selling. When should you talk about crypto? When everyone's talking about legacy. Most importantly, final word. Have faith in Satoshi. Have faith in Vitalik. And most importantly, have faith in yourself. Crypto forever. This is Bill Noble with the market update. We'll see you tomorrow.